Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to find the right entries and how to find a perfect time frame for your trendline strategy. So if you are a returning subscriber, I always love you guys. Thumbs up for you guys. Thank you for all the support. And if you are coming in for the first time, please consider subscribing, turn on the notification in order not to miss the next video that will be coming. So without much ado, let's get right into it. Right. Now, when trading a trendline strategy, there are a few things you must consider. These things, you must put them at the back of your mind. One is, what is the current structure of the market you are trading? What's the structure, right? You must be able to tell of what the structure of the market you are currently trading, right? Second, after my last video, someone messaged me and said, okay, how many touch points should a trend line have before it can be considered a trend line or it can be considered valid? And in my own years of experience and in my trading, 3 is the minimum touch points I want to have on a trend line. Take, for example, this particular trend here. This is a perfect trend line for me. A perfect trend line for me. Why? Because I have 1, 2, and 3. And this particular point here, we'll be expecting something there. Because of the subjective nature of trend line, we instituted in our own community one of our number one rule that keep us in line or in check and to make sure that our trend line is perfectly drawn. And the rule is our trend line must not cut through the highs and lows of the current price you're seeing. Let me show you. Take, for example, this particular trend you're seeing here. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. You must not draw trend line. That's our rule. We must not draw trend line that cut out one of these high, something like this. No. The reason is this is the highest points or the higher low of the price. Until this point is taken out, the trend has not changed. So you don't draw trend line cutting out the highs and lows of the current price. Let me show you another example. We have a trend line here. Okay, this is perfect. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, we have a trend line here. So you must not draw a trend line to cut out the current highs and lows of the market. We have another one here. Sorry. We have another trend line here, right? So we cannot draw trend line something like this. Just because we want to cover these high highs, high lows, and lower highs, lower low, lower highs. Look at it here. So if this place is being cut out, we are left out. So until this high here is taken, the trend has not changed. So this is the current higher low we are seeing because the market actually breaks structure here. So this is the current higher lows we are seeing. So the trend line must be drawn to cover the current higher lows in front of you. I told you in the previous video that trend line is not a point, rather it is an area. If you ask me to draw a perfect trend line, this will be it. So this area here is what? The trend line. The only point we consider is the current higher low or higher high of that price. Okay. Example for entry. How do you find a right entry for your trend line? Let's say you have this current price action now. This is the current trend line we are having. See, every of your strategy you want to use in this market must be as simple, A, B, C, and you are done. Don't choke up your charts with too many drawings and all that. This is the current price. First, what time frame correlation should we use? Before solely depend on your trading style. Personally, I'm a day trader. Sometimes I swing trade. So more often than not, my higher time frame is the daily time frame. You might be a scalper. Your higher time frame should range between an hourly time frame, 30-minute time frame, and hourly time frame. And if you're a day trader, your higher time frame should range between 4 hourly time frame, 8 hourly time frame, or the daily time frame. And your entries, once you are using the daily time frame trading the trendline strategy, you're using the 15-minute as your entry. And if you're scalping, whereby your higher time frame is the 4 or the 1 hour, if you're scalping, whereby your higher time frame is the 30-minute or the 1 hourly time frame, your entry time frame should be the 5-minute time frame. With that said, how do you now get involved? How do you get an entry trading the trendline strategy? Let me give you a complete breakdown how I normally trade with this current price you're seeing in front of you. You can see that we have the structure of the market trading a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This might be potential lower high targeting that will create the next impulsive leg. Once I have this and my trend line perfect, so close to it, I'm going to go down to the lower time frame. My entry time frame, that's the 5-minute, the 15-minute time frame. We want to see an opposing trend line on the lower time frame, some sort of this form. So once we have an opposite trend line of this time frame, which will create in this case a higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, we will have a trend line on the lower time frame. So we want to see the break of this trend line alongside with the break of this current lows here. Then we can decide to either play the breakout entry strategy or you use my personal best strategy, I call it. That is looking for the imbalance residing here, or you trade the breaker block residing here to get an entry. So let's get down to the lower time frame to see how this particular price action actually develop. So, oh shit, okay. Let's get down to the 15-minute from the daily time frame. Being a day trader or a swing trader, you're going straight to the 15-minute time frame, and you want to identify the current structure or trend on the 15-minute time frame. Look at it here. Let me get rid of this. What is the 15-minute time frame telling you? You can see that if we want to draw this trend line, this is so perfect, man. If we want to draw this trend line, look at it. So many touch points. But where is the current price? What is the current price action or the structure of this particular market? Yes, the market is trading high highs and creating high highs and high lows. You must be able to identify the current lows and the current highs of this lower time frame structure. If we want to draw it, this is it. The market break high, come back low, break high, come back low, rate high, right? Come back low, rate high, retest back, break structure, come back. Look at this is the current price action. And you can see where this particular price action is. We can have, now this I'm teaching you the complete strategy here. We can have another trend line because this structure 1, 2, 3 also aligned. So we can have a current price action delivering this to what? To us. Okay. Once you are trading this, what you will wait for, it's very simple. Let this low be taken or break. This is what we call the change of character. And you can see that the low actually got broken here. In my next video, I'm going to teach you step by step on how to map these high highs and high lows to be able to identify the valid highs and the valid lows of the market. So this is where he took his trade. Now, once he have this break of these lower highs, along with this mini trend line on this lower time frame, you look for imbalance, the last imbalance on the lower time frame. This is the last imbalance here. But he made a mistake by taking a trade exactly, I think 216. Yeah, 216 is around this place. This was where he took that trade from. Probably I'll drop a screenshot here for proofs. So he took that trade exactly at this point, and the market left him behind. It's just what it is. You will experience this on the market. Does it mean you cannot get another opportunity? No. Once this low is taken, there can be a pullback, right? And you still go short in it, targeting the what? The next leg. And where should it target? Once this trend line got broken, if this trend line breaks, then the price should what? Sink low to take out what? This particular leg here. This is when you won't have any choice than to swing the trade. Right? Let me show you another example. Let's go to VIX20. Let's go to my favorite pair, one of the pair we trade most. VIX25. Come on, load. Let's get to the 24 hourly time frame. Let's look at this particular price action here. Rates are high, high low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we're currently waiting for a lower high before the next impulsive leg. Now, one of the key concepts when I'm trading, or what I consider before entering a trade, how is the price pulling back? Is it aggressively or correctively? Take note of that. If it is correctively, more often than not, the market will go in your direction. But if it's aggressively coming to your area or what your point of interest, be careful and wait for what? A complete confirmation before entering a trade. If I want to draw this trend line, look at it. 1, 2, 3. That's all. I'm done. Hey. 1, 2, 3. That's all. What I want is a lower time frame confirmation. I'm going straight to the 15 minutes and look for what? Change of character alongside with the break of a trend line. If I want to draw the trend line here, is from this point to what? This point here. Look at it. The market creates, come on, pick. The market creates the high, low, and high. We must place out this trade. And if you look at this, we have a mini trend line here, which I was actually looking at for it to be taken. So when I saw this low taken, I was hesitating to take this particular trade. Look at the last imbalance here. Pinpoint to the tip, the last imbalance. So you can take up your trade here with your stop loss above and targeting what? The next low. Because you know the current low is exactly at this point here. You can't just go straight to target what? The lower low behind here. So your first take profit should be exactly at this point, which is good enough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 risk to reward. So once you enter like 2 or 3 position and this hits TP, probably when it gets to this place, this low get violated. That's another confluence for this market to what? To sink down to take the what? The next lower low residing exactly at this particular level here. So for you to take an entry on the lower time frame, you have to be a bit dynamic by understanding the current structure of the market of that lower time frame, whether be day trader, swing trader, or a scalper, whichever time frame you're trading. Understand the current structure of the market, wait for the break of the trend line alongside with the change of character, execute your trade, and watch it play out. If you enjoy the content, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification. Until next time, peace out.